Hi everyone, welcome to the Where To podcast, where we will answer all of your Where To questions. We are here to discuss mental health and resiliency with you in order to help you live the best life possible. Let's get started.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our Where To with PFH Prevention podcast. I'm April.
And I'm Kylie.
And we are crisis counselors with the Missouri Show Me Hope crisis counseling program here at Preferred Family Healthcare. And today we are going to be talking about how you can be resilient in your community and what you can do to help in your community. So taking care of yourself is the first step. And after you fill your cup, we always like the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. So metaphorically speaking, then you can fill others around you as well, fill their cups.
Yeah, so we have our first fun intro question, and I have been thinking about this for a while because I don't really know the answer, but the zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are the three people that you would want on your team?
I was thinking about this. I don't know. Like, are we thinking like people that we know?
It can be anyone. Like, if you want Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you can have him.
So, like, I would think like Usain Bolt because he's like super fast. But then maybe he's so fast that all the zombies would get me and not him.
True.
Like someone who's like a really good aim so they can kill all the zombies.
Like Katniss Everdeen.
Ooh.
Or Jennifer Lawrence, I guess is her real name.
Yeah, I don't know if I guess it would technically be like the character.
Yeah.
Because it could be anybody.
Who's your third person?
I'll say, let's see, so I don't have to be alone. I'll pick a friend. I'd pick Kristen so he could survive the zombie apocalypse together.
Yes, that'd be the best little group ever. I think I'd pick Kevin Hart for like comic relief because I laugh about a lot of things when I'm stressed, and I feel like that'd be a very stressful time. So having Kevin Hart there would be awesome. He's also really funny in the Jumanji films. And he survived all of those. So
yeah, he's got all of his skills from Jumanji.
So. Yeah. And then I would choose my brother because he's really big into hunting. He is like a wildlife survivor. So I'd want him on my team. And then my last person. What's his name? Chris Pratt.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have Chris Pratt. So all guys, but I feel like I'd be the weakest link, but they would keep me alive.
That's
easy. Yep. Okay, so some of you guys may know this, but some of you guys might not. We're doing a wellness series currently on our YouTube Live, and it's just PFH Prevention for YouTube. And we do it every Tuesday and Thursday. April does our Tuesday portion, and it kind of talks about the mind. She kind of talks through a few things. And then for the Thursday portion, I do it, and it's kind of the active part of the wellness series. So it's typically connected, and I do whatever activity April talks about on Tuesday. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about today is art therapy. And this all goes back to our YouTube Live because we've been doing a lot of different activities that can help people to cope and create positive coping strategies. And so art therapy was one that we've been doing currently. And April, can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, so art therapy, a lot of people, when they think about art, they think of, it has to be drawing, it has to be painting, it has to be something like that. But art therapy can be almost anything. It lets you express yourself artistically. It works your mind a little bit, so psychologically. There's actually a lot of like psychological practices and theories that go into it that people can use. And it's used a lot in the mental health profession. It's integrated quite a bit. whether it's day groups, whether it's like maybe a nursing home, hospital settings. It's used quite a bit because it can be used with almost any age group, any demographic, any ability level. So it can be something as simple as finger painting, or it can be all the way up to, some sort of hard artistic painting, or maybe working with clay or something like that. There's different ways that it can benefit you. You've got your cognitive skills, your sensory motor skills. So you're not only working your mind, but you're also working your hands. You're learning to engage your body with your mind. It can help build self-esteem. I know when I worked in the PSR program here at Preferred Family Healthcare, which is psychosocial rehabilitation, we did artsy groups, which I actually talked about some in my video on not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday before. I talked about kind of what the artsy program was, and how it used artistic prompts and materials to kind of promote self-awareness and build self-esteem, and just work on different ways to build resiliency, and kind of build that self-awareness. Reduces stress is a big reason why a lot of people use art therapy. And it can advance ecological and societal change.
Yes, so art therapy can be wherever you want it to be too. It doesn't have to be only in a hospital or in the school setting, rehabilitation centers. It can be in crisis centers or senior living communities, but it can also be in your own home. So whenever you feel stressed, and if art therapy is a positive outlet for you, then go ahead and grab a coloring book or pen and paper. You can tie-dye a shirt. You can just paint anything that you want. Really, you can do anything that makes you comfortable and happy. It's all about how you want to express yourself. So it doesn't have to be very specific in what you do.
Game on!
It's time for trivia. Okay, so our first question is, what country invented tea? And to be honest, I don't think you're going to get this right.
I would say you're right, that I'll probably never get it right. Because I think automatically you would think like England or, somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's probably definitely not it.
It's not, which surprised me because I thought the same thing. Do you have a guess? Just say any country that's not the United States. Because it's not the United States.
I don't know. I don't want to make like a random guess.
I'll give you a hint.
Oh.
The start of COVID.
So like China?
Yeah.
Asian populations?
It was China. I would have never thought that, but surprise. So our second question is, groups of lines are known as what?
Isn't it Pride?
Yeah. How do you know that?
I don't know, probably the Lion King or something. I'm assuming.
I love the Lion King. It's such a good movie. Oh man. Okay. So our next topic is music therapy. And a few weeks ago, our director of prevention, Nick Cook, and I did a little music therapy video on our YouTube live for one of the Thursdays. And April talked about how music therapy can be really good for you, for the soul, for everything. It can create a lot of community. But overall, what music therapy is it's evidence-based and it uses a lot of different music interventions to accomplish individual goals. And it doesn't have to be goals that are set by a medical professional or any other person. It can be goals that you set for yourself. So it can be just that you want to get better at piano, and every single day you focus on piano, or if you want to improve your gross motor skills, which are kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just how you function, or like fine motor skills. So how your fingers, how they move. They can really help with, instruments can help with really anything, really any movement. It can also help to promote wellness. I know playing an instrument can make me stressed, but also it can de-stress me, because once you get the hang of it, it's super fun to do. It can help to alleviate pain. So this kind of goes with gross motor skills and fine motor skills. It really can give your body a workout, I guess, and it can just promote wellness with your body. It can help you to express feelings. So if you like to write songs, you can write songs about how you're feeling. And then it can also improve communication. So it's a lot of people communicate through instruments, and that's how they bond, is through playing music. You can play with friends, family, really anyone. Your boss, play with anyone. And it also can promote physical rehabilitation, which is really cool. But yeah, music therapy and art therapy are very useful in every single part of your life. Whether you know it or not, I think you're engaging in one of the two pretty much every single day. Even if you turn on the radio and start listening to the music that way, like that can be music therapy. It can be really good for you. Do you have any other input on music therapy?
I just think one of my favorite things, and like one of the things I think is the coolest about music therapy, is it's used a lot in people who have suffered strokes, or people that have Alzheimer's, things like that, to kind of help restore memories and kind of help restore speech, and help, like you said, with like the fine motor and our motor skills, to help us get to moving again. Because our body has like a natural rhythm to it, whether we realize it or not. When we walk, when we talk, everything's like in a cadence. And I think it's so cool that we don't even realize that.
Yeah, I really like that you pointed that out. I like the natural rhythm. I think I'm going to start saying that. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's about all we have for you guys on art and music therapy. Feel free to reach out for us if you guys have more questions. Our email is moprevention@pfh.org. Or you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Just search PFH Prevention and you'll most likely find us. But we have some upcoming events. We do have an Eventbrite, and so feel free to find or go on Eventbrite and look up QPR. You can also look up mental health first aid trainings. And we also have a Kids in Crisis workshop happening on August 19th at 1 p.m. And make sure to sign up for that on Eventbrite as well. And then lastly, we have a fun event this Saturday in Kirksville, Missouri at Rotary Park. And it's our prevention party in the park. And it's from 12 to 3. So we'll have a lot of free things. It'll be a really fun event that we hope to see a lot of you guys at.
Going to say that the Kids in Crisis workshop would be really a really good idea and really neat for people with school starting back up, with just all the uncertainties of COVID. Kids feel they feel the things that we feel, and maybe they're going to be confused too if they have to wear a mask at school, or maybe like everyone's pushing the vaccinations and all that, so they might be stressed out too. So Kids in Crisis would be a really good opportunity for that.
Yes. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining us. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about art and music therapy. We hope to see you guys next time on our next podcast in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.
All right, bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's podcast on Where To. This podcast was brought to you by Preferred Family Healthcare Prevention. For more information about PFH prevention, please visit our Facebook page at Preferred Family Healthcare Prevention. You can also find our YouTube page at Prevention PFH, or email us at moprevention@pfh.org. See you next time.